Hey guys, Furum here, and today I'm going to be showing you the new SUPER7 in Forza Horizon 4. All you have to do is find it on the map and then enter it, and you'll see 7 challenges that you'll have to complete. Now these challenges are made by other players, and let me know if you would like me to make a video about me making some of these. I think it's pretty cool, some of the things that they've done with this. Things like putting ramps, like being able to place props like that is something that we've never seen in Forza Horizon 4 before. And correct me if I'm wrong, because the only other game I've played in this series is Forza Horizon 3, and even that, not a whole lot. But I don't think we've seen anything like this in any Forza game yet at all. It reminds me a lot of those GTA challenges that people can make, placing all kinds of ramps and all kinds of crazy stuff. And I've always enjoyed seeing what people can make with those, and now we've got something similar inside of Forza. So in this video, I'm going to be going through my very first SUPER7 and just showing you what sorts of tracks and other things like that, other kinds of challenges that people can make within this game mode. And I really think it has given some much needed spice to the game. Now, you can create, I believe, 7 or 8 different kinds of challenges, some of them being just reach the end in a certain time, other ones are speed traps, and I've even seen one where you had to get a certain target distance when going off a ramp. So a lot of them are similar to the kinds of challenges that you will find inside Forza Horizon in some of just the normal challenges that you can do in the game. This first challenge was a timed race where the creator placed all sorts of ramps and things to make it more interesting in order to get to the end. This was by far the most common sort of race that I have played so far in this game mode. After you finish each challenge, you get the normal end of race stuff like what rewards you got, any sort of leveling up. Then you also get this thing that pops up where it tells you whether you want to like or dislike a challenge card. And I just thought this was a little bit strange to appear after every single challenge because, for example, when you're tuning a car, it won't always ask you, would you like to like this? It just does it sometimes. And I'm kind of just wondering why it does it every time here. But anyways, we're on to the next race, this time in a Volkswagen Beetle. And this time our objective is to beat a certain speed when going through the end. It's a speed trap one. This one I didn't entirely know what I was doing, and I realized I had to turn here, but then I realized this was the drag strip. And so there were a bunch of stuff in the way. And I thought for sure that I wasn't going to be able to get this one because I thought I'm not going to be able to get to the end with just enough speed, but I was. I had 1 mile per hour over the speed that I had to get to, 169 versus 168. So that was pretty close. That was the only time I tried that one too. And now we're on to our third race, which I was very much excited about because this was the first time I got to drive the Koenigsegg Jesko in Forza Horizon 4. You guys know this is the fastest car in Asphalt 9, and it just came out in this update to Forza Horizon 4. You cannot actually pick it up yet in the game unless you do a bunch of stuff, which I'm not going to, which involves changing time and all that, which you can get banned for, so I'm not going to do any of that. But when winter season comes, which is where you're able to get this car, I'm definitely going to try to get it so that I can make a full video about it, because I know you guys love to see cars from Asphalt 9 in Forza Horizon 4, and I feel like the Jesko has definitely become one of the more iconic cars to be added to Asphalt 9, just because of how much faster it was than everything else when it first came out. And it's extremely fast in this game too. You can tune it to go just as fast pretty much as the 599XX Evo. I don't know if it can go faster, but it can go at least as fast. I don't even know which car is completely better at this point because they're so close in the terms of speed, but I got up to 288 miles per hour there, which is really good. I know that with the 599XX Evo, I was able to get up to like 320 or something like that. But this is still an extremely fast car, and I'm sure that with a really good tune and being able to go down the entire highway, you can get up to some really crazy speeds in it. For our fourth race in the video, we have another time trial, this time with the Porsche 918. And yeah, I made my character just about as purple as he could be, because why not? People have figured out very quickly that you can really do a lot with this new SUPER7 creator that we weren't really able to do before in any other Forza Horizon game. For example, AR12, I think it was, made a video of driving a car upside down in Forza, which is something that I highly doubt we have seen before, by making a tube out of the ramp pieces and then just driving on top of it, which is something you can do now. It is cool that Forza has the physical ability to do that, even though that's not really something that they probably intended. But I can imagine the Forza people were not naive to the fact that people were definitely going to try to do this sort of thing when you allow them to put ramps and all that stuff everywhere. I can't wait to see what sorts of records people make in this game mode that might have not been possible earlier, or just doing things that might not have been possible in any other Forza game before, because I really think that it has a lot of potential, and it would be cool, a couple things, if they added snapping for the ramps so you don't have to be as extremely precise if you're trying to place them right next to each other, and also maybe being able to save and come back to something. I don't think we have that either. But overall, like I said before, I really think that this is going to breathe some new life into the game, because honestly, I kind of forgot about this game for a while, just because they're adding new cars every so often that weren't all that interesting. There wasn't really a whole lot of real new content or new game mode to get people excited since the Eliminator. And this, I feel like, is definitely something that's going to bring some people back. This race here was very interesting. So you have this extremely high ramp at the beginning that just shot me, for some reason, just off to the side, even though I tried to go pretty straight up it. And then we had something up here where you have to thread the needle. Now, I came up to it not knowing what I was supposed to do. I thought I was supposed to jump over the train car, so that's why I didn't even aim for the hole at that time. But I did make it through this narrow gap here, and then we had some dinosaurs and a ramp. I mean, this person was just putting all kinds of crazy stuff in this one, and I can definitely respect that. And I was getting kind of worried that I was not going to be able to finish in time because I was going off-road and messing up all sorts of places throughout this. But one thing I noticed is that not really any of the times that I came across so far were terribly difficult. I'm sure someone could make a really, really hard one if they wanted to, because you had to get the perfect racing line, but mostly it seems like people are making these just for fun. And I had a crazy ramp that landed me like exactly where I was supposed to land, and the reason it stopped me there because this is Edinburgh and you can't go over it. But yeah, I just landed on the ground and completed the challenge. But then I tried it again just to see if I could thread the needle, and yeah, I did. And I felt pretty good about that, not gonna lie. And now we're on to our 6th out of 7 challenges, second to last one. This one is a jump one where you have to get a certain distance going off a ramp, like there are plenty of in Forza. And so again, I was wondering here, is this going to be really hard? Like, is he going to make it down to the wire like that one with the Beetle was? Because I figured that it wasn't going to be easy to pick up a lot of speed in this car. Maybe there was just some weird way you have to go off the ramp in order to get it. But no, I went off the ramp and it was a pretty far distance. I landed a lot further than the objective, and definitely further than it looked like I was going to land when I first started it. And now we're on to our 7th out of 7 challenges. And this one here was a little weird at the beginning. Looking at this screen, I thought we were going to have to go right between those two barriers there, but it turned out that no, we just have to turn around. So I don't know why they didn't just start the car pointing the other way at the beginning. I don't know, but this was off-road, and off-roading was never something that I really did a lot of in this game. Perhaps I might do more of that, but most of the cars that I've tested so far are ones that are better for, well, being on the asphalt, because they're from the asphalt game. At least most of the ones that I've spent extensive time with because of making videos about them. So yeah, this was a nice change, and I'm definitely planning to play more of these, perhaps create some routes of my own. I don't know exactly yet, but it definitely has a lot of potential, and I can't wait to see what people make up with this. Now, this final race here, this is just another get to the end in a certain amount of time. Pretty fun one, and actually one that came closer than I think any of the other time trials that I did in this video. So definitely let me know if you'd be interested in seeing me do more videos on this new Super 7. I think it's really cool and could make for some interesting content. And we have finished our 7th challenge. So our first ever Horizon Super 7 is complete, and we get a super wheel spin from it. And yes, as you may have seen at the beginning of the video, I did unlock the Cyberpunk 2077 car, the Quadra VTEC, I think it's called, so let me know if you'd like to see a video about that as well. Thank you all so much for watching. Please like the video if you have enjoyed, and consider subscribing for more Asphalt and I guess more Forza content, and I will see you in my next video. Goodbye!